Okay, I'm back. I have like a splitting headache. Let's do this! Hey guys, I'm back today! Woohoo! And I'm doing another foundation, first impressions, and kind of... So today, today we'll be talking about the BarePRO. And this is a new foundation. It's called the Performance Wear Liquid Foundation. It has SPF 20. I believe this was launched in the US for a while and it has just launched in the UK. The brand sent me it, so yeah, I'll be trying it and giving you my honest first impressions on it. They also sent me their Brightening Foundation Primer, and I also have their new foundation brush. So I'll be trying all three of these items, but I'll also do half of my face with my beauty blender, as you know, because that's just my preferred way to do foundation. As you know, I usually prefer lower coverage foundations and then to pinpoint conceal, but there are times, especially nighttime, where I do like a full coverage foundation. That's what I'm here to test about, and I have a lot of breakouts, so let's put this to the test. I'm going to then prime my face with the bareMinerals Primetime Brightening Foundation Primer. And I don't know if this is clear. No, it has shimmer. It has a little bit of color. Okay. You know, when summer comes and, you know, time to go to the beach comes and your face just says, you know what? No, if you want to go to the beach, you're going to look like a fucking pizza. Feels like an essence, kind of. It does give a lot of radiance, I think, because it is kind of that. It's like a dew serum. So foundation time. Again, I'm going to be doing this side of my face with their own foundation brush. It comes in a pump, which is good, you know. There we go. It's quite liquid. Ooh! I was very excited for that. I love really fair neutral foundations. They're getting more and more common, which I love, but they used to be like rare unicorns way back when. So I get pretty excited about it. Okay, let's go. First of all, I really like this brush. Like, firsthand, it's good. Look, I don't like foundation brushes much, but I think I like this better than my Morphe M44. I really like this? Is that weird? I like this. I like the brush so much. I know I should be talking about the foundation. But I really like this brush. It really buffs it in. And it's super soft. I may have put too much on my forehead. I feel like the more I like press my face, the more my headache is like, no, bitch, I'm not gonna leave you alone. It is very high coverage, and this is just the first thingy, first layer. It's a little cakey, but oh my god, I believe it's also because of the brush. Again, I can't ever make, no matter how amazing the brush is, I'd still go over with the damn beauty blender because the finish is just so much more flawless. You guys gotta remember as well that my skin, even though it's combination and acne prone, it's very, very flaky and dry. Semi-matte finish. It's not being uncomfortable, which a lot of like super matte foundations long wearing are, but I am gonna go a little bit over my most pigmented points with the second layer, and I'm gonna apply it directly with a brush to see if that makes any difference. Okay. It is cakey, at least with the brush, it is kind of cakey. Okay, so now let's side this side with a beauty blender. I have, like, my acne is doing my head in. Like, acne in the winter is bad, but acne in the summer when all you want is low coverage because it's wet and stuff. You know, you want to go to the beach and stuff like that. Like normal people things. Moment of truth. Right off the bat, you can see that the first layer is not as full coverage as the brush one, which is to be expected. It doesn't oxidize a lot either. It's really good. Really like the shade. I look kind of like a ghost right now. Just gonna do that in a little bit more on my pigmented areas. Shouldn't do that. My head, oh my god, mistake. I feel like it's harder to build with the beauty blender. Let me go in with this little pointy part to see if I can really, because I feel like the beauty blender is never really setting the foundation as much as the brush is. So I just have to be more precise and more careful. I'm not going to use a concealer. I'm just going to use the foundation as a concealer to also kind of test its dryness, because I have very, very dry under eyes. Okay. So right off the bat, this is a foundation that I wouldn't wear daily. I can say that. Because it is a little too cakey for my liking. But I won't rule out maybe wearing it on special occasions or at nighttime. So I'm just going to do the rest of my makeup first. I'm going to run some errands and I'll come back in 4 hours. And then 4 hours after that. So I'm going to do 2 check-ins, 4 hours apart, and the total is 8 hours. Okay, it's been 4 hours since I last spoke to you, and I've got lots to say. I wasn't very, I think, excited about it when I first applied. I thought it was looking very cakey. However, there was this slightly thing that I kept looking at my screen on my camera, the flip screen, and even doing my makeup with a mirror, I felt like everything was blurred out, and at first I thought the mirror and the screen were a little bit dirty or something, and then I thought my eyes might be watering. I looked myself in the bathroom mirror and then my room mirror, my left mirror, and everything, and I always felt it looked a little blurred, and then I realized it was the actual foundation. I don't know what's happening. It's like a blur, it has like a blurring effect, which is really good, but it kind of messes my head a little bit. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if it comes off on camera, because, on camera everything's a little bit blurred. Honestly, nothing moved at all. It's pretty much there. I feel it a little tightening now, and I did also not heavily moisturize this morning, so that might be it as well. I think if I moisturized a little bit more, I'd be fine with it. It has not budged, and honestly, especially this side with the Beauty Blender, it looks pretty good. And I'm kind of rethinking my stance of not using this on a daily. I think it takes a little bit longer to work it in and make it flawless. And at the same time, while I do feel a bit of that tightening sensation, it's not uncomfortable. It hasn't made me want to scratch anything. I usually, my face gets really, really itchy, and it hasn't done that. This is where I'm having the most trouble. But yeah, again, you know that I do usually struggle with that. Even under the eyes, it hasn't creased at all. No oils have come through at all. The rest of it looks beautiful. It doesn't accentuate my pores. Last second of the day! Yay! I'm so tired. So again, I feel like the harshest part is where it's actually breaking into fine lines, which is around my mouth and a few pimples that I have over here. Other than those parts and around the nose maybe a little bit, which are again my flakiest areas, it looks pretty good. I think with this type of foundation, I would choose to mist 2 or 3 times during the day so that I can plump my skin a little bit and doesn't get as cakey, especially around here. The foundation usually sinks into my pores and just sits there when it's long wear foundations, and it just isn't doing that. And at the same time, it's just there. And the coverage is still all there. And there's no oiliness. I'm impressed. Even this part that didn't have a lot of coverage to begin with is pretty much still intact. I wasn't expecting to like this from first application, and I feel like this held its own. I cannot hide this foundation brush enough, and I think I'm gonna try to wear this and just finish with my Beauty Blender. And yes, that's what's gonna end in today. So thank you so much for watching, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Also, I am in this new wave of testing first impressions on things. If you have other foundations that you'd like me to do this kind of first impressions with check-ins on, let me know down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the little bell button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!